time for a midday fix of facts and spicy sides.
From breaking headlines to backroom whispers.
All served hot and fresh. Happy Monday! I'm Bea Santiago.
I'm Ferdi Salvador. Glad to have you with us.
I'm Mai Rodriguez. This is the Daily Dish. Join us in the next hour and a half where the news meets the stories that matter to you. First of all, welcome Bea to the Daily
I'm
Dish.
so happy to be here. I'm so
She
excited.
is going to be bunking in with us for a couple of days.
Yeah, because we're missing Monique. We'd like to congratulate Mo.
And Chal, and
Yes.
we're missing Chal as well. But no worries because the Bea Rose is in town. So are we going to use Bea Rose from now on?
Yes, I think my my lolas are gonna be so happy.
So BR.
I love your
BR.
name.
So I'm going to call you Rosario from now on.
Rosalina.
Rosalina? Is it Rosalina?
Yes, Bea.
Oh, lovely.
Beatriz Rosalina.
Yes.
Oh, Rosalina is your grandma?
My grandma's. Both.
Wow, okay.
Yes.
So what happened over the weekend?
Well, oh wow, I got to rest finally. Just lie in bed, enjoy my bed, and also some Netflix.
Oh, wow. There's a lot
I'm
of
trying
good
to catch up on the new season of Emily in Paris.
In Paris, yeah.
But I finished it last night.
Wow,
How
I just
many
started.
Well, I'm to the last episode because
Is it 10 episodes or 8?
I forget now because
All
it
right.
was already 3 a.m. I'm like,
don't
okay,
give us any,
I gotta wake up because I'm gonna look puffy. What about your weekend?
Oh my God, I went to the club.
Oh,
the club.
Did you club?
I did for 30 minutes and I left at 1:30 because I love my sleep.
Wow, at least you made it to 1:30.
Yes, and I only drank water because kailangan maganda.
Let us
I love
hydrate.
it.
Yes. Tell us, Bea, what is the scene now at the club?
It's hard, but the music is still our kind of thing. But there's just a lot of younger crowd, and I felt overdressed.
As in young people.
Yes,
Like, what's the
daming
age
young.
group? What's
Did
the age
anybody
group?
come up to you?
overdressed.
Did anybody come up to you? Hi, Tita Bea.
No, because we were parang stage na siya. So if you're a VIP, you're like, everybody can see you.
Yeah.
And I was afraid. I was like, bakit parang it's a show?
You know what? You haven't gone clubbing yet. If you haven't been approached and being called hi, Tita Bea, or I'm so used to it. Hi, Tita Ferdi. I'm like, here we
Oh,
go.
wow.
No,
being
no.
called Tito.
Wala.
Oh yeah, I'm so
Wala pa.
used to it. In a club, in a bar, in a restaurant, Tito Ferdi.
But they don't dress now. Unlike
They
our
don't
time,
dress
They don't
up.
dress
Were you
up.
aghast?
I was. I was like, why am I in heels? Everybody is in
So
their
what was it?
flats.
Was it baggy jeans?
Yes, and like a
okay.
tank.
A tank
or
top.
tube, yeah. That's it. And I was like in my dress because I came from my friend's. We're doing a welcoming dinner for her marriage, for her
So
wedding.
you were the only one.
So it was a
glammed
bachelorette.
up.
Yes.
I love that she's like skirting around this. It's a bachelorette.
It was a bachelorette.
Okay, again, the age group in the club now, para we can, makikisabay tayo.
There are a lot of age groups at club.
20s, is it, or younger?
20s and maybe younger than 30s.
I think it's the same time, Mai, when we were going out. That it's the same.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
It just evolves from different locations to different types of music genre, but it's still the same 20s. And then our titos and titas at that time were also saying the same thing.
Yes.
They're so young, and they're not dressed well, and they're grabe. And then, but Mai, SoCal Filipinos singing Christmas songs.
Yes, can we watch this?
Yes.
I wonder.
Yes,
I sent it to the team
I wonder
because
what this is.
super cool. We got this on social media. Is this it?
Christmas Village.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think this is it. Yeah, but anyway,
okay,
but
that's
it
not
is.
a video.
This is another location that we're going to be reporting on later. But it was so cool because these kids that are obviously very American were singing Filipino songs.
I
So I
wonder
wanted
if
to
they serve
surprise
puto
you.
bongbong and bibingka,
Yes.
even in SoCal.
Well,
No?
I don't know if they
They
do.
probably do. They have their own version.
Yeah, but anyway, well, we're trying to look for the video. But don't worry, if we can't show it now, we're gonna show it tomorrow. But
Or maybe
anyway,
later in the show, we can insert it.
perhaps. But of course, today we've got a really fun show for all of you today, and we've got entrepreneur and philanthropist Mache Ackerman on her various advocacies.
She is a trailblazer and she has dedicated her life to helping others. And I'm
Yes.
looking forward to that conversation.
Yes. And then, of course, Bea, we've got animal welfare advocate attorney Janna Abella on how to protect your fur babies during New Year's revelry.
It's very important because the noise apparently
Yes.
It really
can be
affects them.
traumatic
Yeah,
to
I
your
had a
pets.
dog who was like
Period.
saliva.
Yes.
And was shaking.
Yes, that's why it's important to find out what to do to help your fur babies during this kind of revelry,
Yes.
right? But of course,
So much
Chika
to talk
Mai.
about. We will have those conversations, but first, let's have the headlines. In today's headlines, the Office of the Ombudsman rejects Batangas Representative Leandro Levista's claim he has already presented all the files of the late DPWH Undersecretary Catalina Cabral in his possession. Lawmakers are expected to ratify today the 6.79 trillion peso proposed national budget for next year. French cinema's icon Brigitte Bardot has passed away. She was 91. And later in the show, we'll speak with entrepreneur philanthropist Mache Ackerman and animal welfare advocate attorney Janna Abella. Stay tuned for that in the show. Our top story today, the Office of the Ombudsman is set to conduct a digital forensic examination of the computer files of the late former DPWH Undersecretary Catalina Cabral. This comes as the Ombudsman rejects Batangas Representative Leandro Levista's claim he has already presented all of Cabral's files in his possession. Andrea Salve joins us now on the phone for the details. Hi, Andrea. Go ahead.
Mai, the Office of the Ombudsman has contradicted Batangas Representative Leandro Levista's claim that the supposed Cabral files in his possession had already been shown to or reviewed by the office. In a video statement earlier today, Assistant Ombudsman Nico Clavano said that multiple sources claiming to possess copies of the alleged documents had approached the office, highlighting the importance of proving their integrity. He disclosed that after Leviste publicly announced his possession of the supposed Cabral files, while the alleged owner, former Public Works Undersecretary Kathy Cabral, was still alive and represented by her counsel, the office reached out to the lawmaker, quote, as a matter of prudence and diligence. Clavano claimed that only limited portions responsive to specific inquiries were presented by the lawmaker and not the files in their entirety. Cabral's computer is currently under the Ombudsman's custody, and in the wake of the alleged Cabral files, the investigation will now continue on the basis of legally acquiring an original copy of this digital evidence.
The office is preparing to conduct a digital forensic examination of the CPU of the former USEC. And this will be done transparently and in coordination with the Commission on Audit, COA, with the DPWH, the Office of the Ombudsman, of course, and the PNP Anti-Cybercrime Group. And this is to ensure the integrity of the whole process.
Clavano further stated that the files allegedly containing budget insertions for infrastructure projects are only part of the investigation, emphasizing the need to examine and validate whether these projects exist or not. According to the Assistant Ombudsman, an insertion by itself is not automatically deemed illegal. He said it becomes criminal only if proven to have involved fraud, misuse of funds, or non-existence of projects. He called on the public to allow the investigation to proceed, guided by facts, credible evidence, and due process. Mai.
Andrea, kailan ba natin talaga malalaman ano yung mga authentic na files na galing mismo kay Yusek Cabral at kung nagtutugma ba ito doon sa mga isiniwalat ni Batangas Representative Leandro Leviste?
May, as of now, wala pang binibigay na timeline itong ombudsman sa ginagawa nilang investigation. But they said that they are already preparing for it. And itong iba-ibang sources na lumalapit sa kanila, claiming that they possess copies of these files, really underscore and highlight the importance nga nung sinasabi mo of distinguishing between yung original evidence at kung ano yung secondary or third-party copies na sinasabing nito sa mga dokumento. Mai.
Kasi habang tumatagal, 'di ba, lumalawak ang mga spekulasyon at siguro naman ayaw ng mga, of course, our authorities, hindi nila gusto yung mga haka-haka, So, ano ang reaksyon naman ng Office of the Ombudsman dito?
May they recognize itong ang speculations, mga commentaries, and yung public, tumataas na public interest dito sa mga dokumentong ito. At ayon sa kanila, the best and most reliable source nga na documents are actually the agencies and individuals na may kustodiya o may control or even authorship of the computers, the storage devices, and the files themselves. According to A.O. Clavano, na evidence that is derived directly from these sources will naturally carry far greater evidentiary value kumpara doon sa mga kopya na nagsi-circulate outside doon sa official custody. Mai.
All right, thank you. Andrea Salve reporting. Still on the flood control controversy, a lawmaker slams the Marcos administration for failing to fulfill its promise of catching the so-called big fish before Christmas. On Bilyonaryo news channels at the forefront, ACT Teachers Party List Representative Antonio Tino said President Bongbong Marcos, former Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin, and former Budget Secretary Amina Pangandaman are among the top officials who should have already been investigated in the flood control scandal. He notes the lack of action from investigative bodies, saying the ICI, the Office of the Ombudsman, and the DOJ could have summoned key officials long ago.
If these people cannot be investigated, then how can this administration then prosecute senators or congressmen?
Right.
Dahil lahat sila, in one way or other involved, they end up protecting each other.
Tino also weighs in on Commissioner Rosana Fajardo's resignation from the ICI, leaving Chairperson Andres Reyes Jr. as the only remaining member of the commission. He says it's up to Marcos now whether to appoint new officials to fill the positions left by Fajardo and former DPWH Secretary Babe Singson.
We can expect that the commission will continue to do its work, as you said, investigating even up to the previous administration.
Yes.
But if the president no longer appoints, then the writing is on the wall. No? The signal is clear that the intention is for the ICI to wrap up its work.
Even in death, former DPWH Undersecretary Catalina Cabral remains at the center of deep controversy. As authorities pursue the truth behind the alleged Cabral files, public calls are growing for the recovery of her suspected ill-gotten wealth. On BNC's The Spokes, former IBP President Attorney Vic Joya said he doubts the assets can be reclaimed before President Marcos's term ends.
It will take long because there may be an intestate proceedings.
Yes.
As far as the properties of Cabral is concerned. Now, the moment there is an intestate proceedings, I doubt whether the civil action for forfeiture can stand alone because it is considered as claims against the estate.
Yes.
So
And when it is considered as claims against the estate, you must file it in the intestate proceedings.
And again, going back, is there an estimate? Like, can we see that happening before the term, before this administration terms end?
I doubt.
He also added that the recently BICAM approved 2026 budget worth 6.79 trillion pesos is massive, warning that undisclosed funds may still be concealed. The final step before the signing of the budget bill for next year is expected to happen today after both houses of Congress reconciled their proposals. Our Elijah Bonzo is reporting live from Quezon City. Hi, Elijah, what are we expecting?
Mai, today we are expecting lawmakers to ratify the 2026 national budget following the adoption of the Bicameral Conference Committee report over the weekend. Both the Senate and the House are set to take up the report that reconciles all disagreeing provisions of the General Appropriations Bill, which totals 6.793 trillion pesos. The bicameral panel finalized the budget after several days of deliberations that began in mid-December, with lawmakers saying the process involved extensive discussion to account for every item in the spending plan. The BICAM prioritized the education, health, and agriculture sectors, which lawmakers consider critical to economic growth and social development. Yesterday, during the signing of the Bicameral Conference Committee report on the 2026 national budget, House Committee on Appropriations Chairperson Micaela Swansing said that this is a people-centered budget. And on behalf of the House contingents, she's confident that the President will not veto a single item in the budget. Mai, once ratified, the reconciled version of the budget will be immediately transmitted to Malacanang for the President's signature. And according to Executive Secretary Ralph Recto, the President is expected to sign the budget in the first week of January. Mai.
Elijah, there was talk earlier of a reenacted budget. What are you hearing today?
Yes, Mai. Since next year na nga itong pipirmahan ng Presidente, nasabi na rin ng ibang mga mambabatas na for a few days, the budget will be reenacted. And mamaya aalamin natin sa mga congressmen na makausap natin kung ano ang magiging implication nito sa susunod taon. Mai.
Maraming salamat, Elijah Bonzo, live from Quezon City. The Bago Alyansang Makabayan holds a protest at the gates of the Batasang Pambansa as it calls for the rejection of what they call the pork barrel-infested national budget. Charmaine Abong is reporting live from there. Charmaine, what else did Bayan say?
Several groups staged protests at the House of Representatives today as lawmakers prepared to ratify the proposed 2026 national budget. The demonstrators criticized the short time frame given to scrutinize the budget, claiming it left little room for the thorough examination. The groups urged lawmakers to reject the proposed funding for next year. They also question the integrity of the so-called corruption-free budget, alleging that it is riddled with irregularities. Meanwhile, Nueva Ecija 1st Congressional District Representative Micaela Angela Swansing on Sunday dismissed allegations made by Batangas 1st District Representative Leandro Regarda Reviste. Reviste claimed that an individual purportedly from Swansing's office offered him 151 million pesos in incentives amid the finalization of the 2026 national budget. Swansing firmly denied the allegation, stating that the House leadership does not influence individual members' votes. Mai.
All right, what else does Bayan want to remove from the 2026 national budget, Charmaine?
Several groups are urging the government to remove yung pork barrel programs from the national budget, calling them a major source of corruption. These funds reportedly include allocations for lawmakers and program appropriations, confidential funds, and large-scale infrastructure projects. Mai.
Thank you, Charmaine Abong, reporting from Quezon City. The Right to Know Right Now Coalition and the People's Budget Coalition are calling on Public Works Secretary Vince Dizon to immediately release project lists showing allocables and non-allocables from 2016 to 2025. The groups say these records, despite lacking a formal legal definition, are public documents essential for transparency in government spending. They're also demanding clarification on what allocables and non-allocables mean, along with full disclosure of all congressional budget insertions during the same period. The coalitions warn that public access and explanation are crucial for accountability and institutional reform amid ongoing corruption concerns in the government. The Atty coalition slams China's claim of assisting distressed Filipino fishers as propaganda. Co-convener Rafaela David said Chinese vessels routinely harass, intimidate, and even ram Filipino fishing boats, turning alleged help into aggression. The group also criticized the state-run Global Times claims of a Chinese maritime tradition of aid, citing the 2019 Gemver incident where Filipino fishers were abandoned. David said at sea, Chinese ships bring threats, not help, highlighting the gap between Beijing's rhetoric and its actions in Philippine waters. The Bangko Sentral is looking at low inflation for the start of 2026 as foreign currency deposit units or FCDU loans are also down. Paolo Barcelon is on the line for us to break down the numbers. Hi, Paolo. What do you have for us?
Mai, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas says inflation for December 2025 is expected to settle within 1.2 to 2.0%. That's according to their latest month-ahead inflation forecast. The BSP says upward pressures may come from higher prices of major food items due to lingering weather effects and strong holiday demand, as well as increases in the prices of liquefied petroleum gas or LPG and gasoline. These may be partly offset by lower electricity rates in Meralco serviced areas and declining kerosene and diesel prices. The central bank says it will continue to closely monitor domestic and global developments under its data-dependent monetary policy approach. Meanwhile, foreign currency deposit unit or FCDU loans fell by 5% in the third quarter of 2025 to $15.13 billion. About two-thirds of these loans were extended to Philippine-based borrowers, with exporters, logistics-related industries, and power generation companies as major recipients. Most FCDU loans were medium to long-term, with nearly 80% having maturities of more than 1 year. The decline in loans by foreign currency deposits grew by 5.7% year-on-year. The BSP says FCDU loans continue to support businesses and economic activities that require foreign exchange. The BSA is expected to release inflation numbers in the first few weeks of January. Mai.
Thanks, Paolo. The Philippines posted 4% growth in the third quarter, weighed down by a corruption probe affecting investor confidence. But a rebound of about 5% is expected in the fourth quarter, boosted by holiday spending. On BNC's Business 360, Reyes Tacondong Senior Advisor Jonathan Ravella said he is optimistic on 5.3% growth for 2026 due to sustained government efforts, though trust issues still linger.
I think for 2026, we're currently looking at around 5.3%. We are hopeful that we'll probably be back to over 5% in the first quarter. Again, this is something that's quite hopeful. Hopefully that the government will eventually bring back the spending that is much needed to be able to restart the economy. But again, you can lead the horse to the water, but you can't force it to drink. So what we're expecting probably the BSP to cut policy rates. We're seeing the government doing all the necessary intervention, but the problem is it's really all about the trust issues. But once these trust issues are there, definitely we could see something better. What are those signs? If we get to see private investments, private companies, especially those that are listed, being able to do infrastructure projects, then that is a show of confidence in the Philippine economy. And that's what we need to look for in the first quarter of 2026.
Coming up next, we'll speak with entrepreneur, philanthropist, and environment advocate Mache Ackerman. Don't go away. The Daily Dish will be right back.
today we're joined by a leader who is making a real difference in business, advocacy, and environmental stewardship.
She is a philanthropist and entrepreneur involved in various programs focused on sustainability and empowerment. Please welcome to the show, Mache Ackerman. I'm so excited. That's why I was tapping you. I was like, this is going to be a good one.
I'm excited because we're sharing more than being a philanthropist.
Yes, she wears so much hats, Bea. Businesswoman, author, beauty queen advocate. So you guys have a lot of things to talk about.
See the way she sits?
Diba?
Alam mo na
Very
agad.
beauty
You can
queen.
tell.
Mother of 5.
Mother of 5.
Mother of 5.
Marias.
Yes, and also she does something that you've done before.
Yes.
Which is?
I heard. Hypnotherapy.
Hypnotherapy.
Yes.
She is a hypnotherapist. So, I call her Ate. So, Miss Ackerman, Miss Mache rather, how do you ball this up together? How do you have the time?
Okay, first I'd like to thank Bilyonaryo.
Thank you.
Ferdi, Bea. So I'm really, really happy to be here this morning. Okay, with that question, it's all about knowing your purpose in life, you know, because all of us, we have our different callings or different things to do, you know, with work, family, and all. But, you know, speaking about how do you juggle yourself and all, it's knowing your purpose and your, what is your priority.
Right.
Right? So knowing your priorities.
But you prioritize a lot.
Yeah, so many.
Commission on Climate Change.
Yeah.
President, Governor of Rotary. Please correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But,
Mom of 5.
grabe, Bea.
And a therapist, di ba? That's
Yeah.
a lot.
So how do you
Mental health,
prioritize all of those?
Yeah, like what I was saying, no, if you know your purpose in life, so I'm actually kind of promoting my book as well. Everything is here, you know, the one
Yes.
that I launched recently. So it's about knowing your deepest essence. You know, once you know your essence and your purpose, like what I mentioned, everything will flow naturally because you will be guided by your higher power. So it is what I practice as well. I teach it, but I make sure that I walk the talk. It is a balance of the mind, body, and spirit. You know, it's easy to say it, but the thing is, you just have to know it by practicing it and by inspiring others, by walking the talk. So, like what I said, we need probably 4 hours of really talking more about this, and probably
And
next
then
time.
hypnotize ka na.
It's possible if you hypnotize
You will find
me.
your essence.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's
yeah.
interesting. How did you
Yes.
get into, number one, what's important to me is your climate change
Yes.
advocacy. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Okay, so speaking of environment, as the DGN or the district governor nominee of the Rotary International of our district 3830 and the charter president of our Rotary Club, Makati Business District, it's been our advocacy and me personally for the past more than like almost 20 years. But our club was chartered on that day or that night of Haiyan. So that was November 8, 2013.
Oh, Typhoon Haiyan.
Yes, and that was the night that our club was having our charter anniversary, or charter night. So we were having a party at the Manila Golf and all the usual Rotary thing and stuff. Of course, we party, we celebrate and all. So we knew that a typhoon was coming, but of course we had to pray. So we said, okay, rain or shine, we push through with this event.
Okay.
So we did. Then, until
It
the
hit.
following day, of course, nobody knew about it because of the news blackout, right? Then the following day, we all woke up late. We were partying till 3
Alleged
a.m.
news blackout.
Alleged, because it was really, like, it was ground zero, right? Nobody knew what was really happening there. So 3 a.m., we were partying. Then we all woke up on the news, front page, Tacloban was all wiped out. So we
Yeah,
felt
terrible.
so guilty. Then since then, we made sure our club, and me personally, that would be our advocacy, main advocacy, which is the environment. So, and a week after, or days after that night, we made sure that we were doing our personal advocacies and help in Tacloban as well
Oh, lovely.
already.
Wow, and that's how it started.
Yeah,
Your
that's
love
how
for
it
environment.
started. Yes. And so since then, our club, our Rotary Club, has been focused on environmental issues and projects that can mitigate the signs of climate change.
You're such a busy woman and a mother of 5. How do you balance it all?
Well, with my 5 children, actually, I'm so proud of them, actually, because growing up, I had the first failed marriage. So it was also one of the reasons why I was into hypnotherapy. And of course, I had to do what I had to do. I was healed when I did this, the hypnotherapy abroad, and I made sure that I could share it here back home.
Right.
And my daughter saw it, how I juggled as a single mom for a while with my 4 girls. And like what I said, it's about priorities. Because as a mother, it's a natural thing. Like, of course, for your little girl, right? You know how it is. We may be so busy, but we make sure we have time for our loved ones. Yeah.
Beautiful.
And, another thing that I want to share, they're also involved with my outreach projects. That's why they didn't see it as like lack of time for them. Because
you make it work for you.
Yes.
When you do your outreach, you bring the kids so that they also
They're
learn
involved.
from it.
They're involved, they're engaged,
Okay.
which made them be inspired to become
yes.
Rotarians as well. 'Cause
Right.
my 2 elder ones are Rotarians already, and
Wow.
some are Rotaractors. Actually, they started as interactors. When you say interactors, they're high school students
Right.
until they become Rotaractors as college, then Rotarians. Now that they have graduated.
But what keeps you grounded with all these things going about you, making your life extra busy compared to others?
Well, I am very particular about authenticity as well.
Okay.
Okay, so I make sure that what you see is what you get, what I do is what you get, and what I preach is what you get, and what I do as well. So being grounded is about making sure that you are purpose once again, and making sure that you are inspiring the people that you are helping. So it is not like a one-time, big-time thing.
Yes.
It has to be a sustainable project or advocacy that you're doing. So it keeps you grounded because you know that you are helping a lot and you're inspiring a lot. And it gives you that kind of, it's so humbling, especially when you see, like now with the calamities, there's no such thing as a rich or a poor person.
Yes, everyone's affected. But
once you're flooded, you're flooded.
What measures within the Climate Change Commission do you implement to, I wouldn't say prevent, no, but how to help
Mitigate.
out mitigate or how to help out Filipinos that
Number
are
one,
affected?
we start with awareness. First and foremost, everyone should be aware, especially kids or students. That's the reason why in the Climate Change Commission, of course, led by my Commissioner Albert de la Cruz, we make sure that every month, or at least every month, we go around campuses all over the Philippines to give awareness. We talk about climate change, what is climate change, and explain to them what can we do to prevent it or to be able to help, even as kids. Yeah.
Because Bea, we are, we live in an archipelago, and we are super susceptible, obviously, to just even slight changes in the climate, as you know, right?
Yes.
So it's important. I completely agree. That's why we asked you to come on today to help educate
Yes.
from ground up, because education is prevention.
Yes. It's like
Yes.
planting a seed.
Exactly.
And then letting it happen.
But
and
there's a
grow.
but there.
Okay.
You can always talk about it and say, okay, this is climate change, this is this is that, this is what we should do, but it's all talk. So that's the reason why our call now is climate action now.
Okay.
We make sure
That's important.
that
Yeah.
action
We
is
talk about
done.
that.
There is an action after the advocacy.
Okay.
It is not just about talking about it, but making sure that you do something about it through real climate action and projects.
Such
environmental
as?
Such as, okay, of course, the usual method of like the waste disposal, the waste management thing. So we are an advocate of waste to energy projects, which we are trying to promote in every barangay or municipalities. So there are some municipalities already who are using this machine, which is not an incinerator, but it is a waste to energy machine that can burn any waste, including medical waste.
Okay, but I'm sure I don't know the technicality of
Yes.
I don't know, but if you say burn, parang sandali, it's going back into the
It's
climate.
bad. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
bad. Burning
that's what
is
people
bad.
think. Because
so composting.
yes,
parang
because
ganon.
people think when you burn it, it becomes carbon. But the difference is this is thermolysis. It is not incinerating. It's not an incinerator. You burn it, and that's why it's waste to energy, because it's being converted into energy. So it becomes methane. It becomes fertilizer. Or bricks. We make bricks out of the waste. So yeah, it is going to be another talk about that.
Yeah.
But we make sure that it doesn't emit carbon, because that's what we don't like. And of course, the use of other green energies such as solar. And we're also promoting the e-trike, the e-vehicle transportation mode. Like, of course, we all know Palawan needs to be
more
saved now, just like Boracay. Boracay now has been using e-trikes and e-transportation.
Right.
Now we are focusing on Palawan to make sure that they are being...
But this is a very important thing that we need to tackle. But, Leah, we're going to hear more from Mache Ackerman when the Daily Dish returns. Stay tuned.
Welcome back. You're watching The Daily Dish. Still with us, Mache Ackerman.
Wow, super interesting. We were talking about during the break, we're talking about education, incineration, and stuff like that. But you have done a really cool activity.
Super.
What-
Hypnotherapy.
Hypnotherapy.
Which you're a therapist.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So, Bea, you were mentioning you tried it yourself, right?
Yes, I did.
As a patient.
As a patient, because I was prepping my body to receive an organ because I was going through a transplant.
Okay.
So I was releasing myself from my past, from my negativity, or whatever it was that I thought I cleaned na. So I was cleansing in preparation for my new beginning.
Okay.
Yun.
So, with how you said it, it's it.
Yes,
It's technically about
I'm
cleansing.
living it.
About cleansing your subconscious mind. Okay, there are three kinds of mind: the conscious, the unconscious, and the subconscious mind. Now, who we really are is the subconscious mind. It is what we have embedded inside of us since childhood. It can even be since we are within
I get to talk to my 3-year-old.
There you go.
To my 18-year-old
Exactly.
and to my 26-year-old version of me.
Parang I don't want to talk to my... they might complain.
Yun nga, umiiyak
That
sa
is the
akin.
thing. That is the
Umiiyak.
thing. It is about nurturing your little one or
Okay.
your younger self.
Younger self.
Making this closure of whatever traumas you had growing
Ang
up.
dami.
Right? So that is the thing that you had to release.
Yes.
So like in my teachings and in my book, I always say that self-leadership is the prerequisite to organizational leadership. When you say organizational leadership, it could be work, Rotary, family, and any relationships that we all have. But if we don't start with a self, it's not that easy, or it's really hard to navigate relationships.
Yes.
So with our personal issues and all, we have to have a closure first within ourselves.
So you have that closure,
Yes.
Mache, when it comes to, like, for example, talking to your 3-year-old.
Yes.
Your 18-year-old.
Oo,
First,
I'm
you have
26.
to, like, whatever traumas they've had,
Yeah.
because you'll have to revisit them and know them again. Because a lot of issues growing up, we try to cover it up.
Yes.
We have this wall And that's the reason why most of us wear this mask, because we try to cover up who we really are.
Yeah, especially to the people pleasers.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
That's
So,
us.
May basement and may basement pa ako
yes,
napuntahan.
there you go.
May basement and may basement and may
Yes,
black
'cause
room.
it's
ganon.
a level, all different levels of your subconscious mind. So as soon as you revisit your past and see, that's why I would always say, you do introspection through retrospection.
Okay.
That is when you retrospect since childhood until now, and as you face your little one and yourself now, who you are
Does
right now.
this have to do with energies?
Of course. Okay.
Okay.
When you say energies as well, it's really how we all feel. First, we are all made of energies, and we are all energies. You know, like now as we talk, as we, you know, everything is energy. So, you know, the feeling that you're with a person, oh my God, chill. Or if a person who's so light and positive enters a room, you feel it, right? There's a kind of energy that inspires people. You are magnetized or attracted to this kind of positive energy.
That's your energy.
There you
Malinis,
go.
mayaman, mabango.
Wow!
Right?
Wow, but you energize me.
On the other hand, if we have all these kept issues within us, which we deny, especially when we were kids, you know, those traumas that we've had, it also shows. As much as we want to cover it or we want to mask it, it comes out through triggers.
Yes.
That's a reason why, ikaw ang trigger ko. Or we have triggers. Nakaka-trigger to.
That's super interesting.
Yes.
Because when you recognize a trigger,
it's something that you have to
from
see.
the past.
Yes, you
because
have to go deeper.
It's not superficial.
Nope.
Yes.
And sometimes you're not aware of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know how it happened to mine? I was trying to revisit I was just praying, and then I was trying to revisit past traumas.
There you go.
And my brain would shut down.
Yes.
And it happened twice, and then I said, this is not normal. Why am I parang nag-shut down?
Right.
And so I contacted my friend, and I was recommended to a therapist. And thank God,
there
because
you
I
go.
You
felt
should have just called
cleansed.
Mache Ackerman.
I know, now I can call you anytime I need to be
I've been doing
hypnotized.
it here in the Philippines for the past almost 20 years. Okay, so how did I get into this? Same thing. Because of my first failed marriage, I had to go to the US. I was trained by the best.
So that's how it started.
The best of the best hypnotherapists in the US. And it helped me. And when I got back here after 6 months, oh my gosh, you're like brand new. That's why one of my books is You Are Brand New.
Yes.
So when I got back there, I had to learn how to teach it to inspire more women and people here in our country. Which that
inspire
time,
individuals, period.
but that time yet, it was a taboo,
Yes.
right? It wasn't as accepted yet.
Aswang, ganun ang tingin.
Because people think, I'm gonna see a hypnotherapist. Am I crazy? I mean, any therapist,
Sabi ni
right?
Bea para daw aswang.
Yeah.
Yes, because when I was talking about, I talked to my 3-year-old self, my friend was like, girl, you okay?
That's why. Yeah, there's. Okay, I know what you mean.
Girl, you good? 3 years old, you.
That is what you call regression. You're being regressed to meet your younger self, and most of the time you don't remember, right?
Yes, I don't remember I had that past.
And you will be
hidden.
made to be
It was
remembered.
deep.
You're
Parang
made
you
to
guys are doing
remember.
therapy right
I know,
now,
and
actually.
Yeah, now you remember something.
I
You
love
parang deja vu. Sometimes even that, you revisit it.
Yes.
But there's such a thing, because there are different kinds of hypnotherapy. What I practice is 7th path and the 5th path.
Wow.
Therapy.
Parang punta tayo dyan.
Yeah.
Gusto ko sa path. Okay din.
I like the 7th path.
We go to the north. That's the thing. We make sure that we follow the North Star. So it is something that I do when you follow your mind, body, and spirit, meaning it includes your higher power. So when people say, oh my gosh, ano to, new age, ganyan, ganyan. No. This is just revisiting your real self, and that is your subconscious mind.
But you have to be ready, like emotionally.
It's the readiness
Yes, you have to
also.
be really open for it.
But I want to tell the viewers as well, that all feelings are good. That's why sometimes we say, it's okay not to be okay. So when people think, I always have to be happy, I always have to be this, I have to be that, they deny that feeling inside of them, which makes them more depressed because they're hiding the real self that we have to face, right? So that is what we call self-awareness, knowing who you really are and what is your purpose and why you're called for in this lifetime.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right, so this is super. You need to come back to explain.
Yes.
We need a whole like hour with
You
you.
need to actually hypnotize one of us.
Yes, magpapa-hypnotize ako during the show. Okay, but we've got
Yeah.
a fun portion here to get to know you a little better.
Okay.
It's called rapid fire. So anything,
Oh my gosh.
we're gonna ask you questions
I
and
don't
anything
think I'm ready for this.
that I will hypnotize you. Anything that pops in your head is what you tell us. All right. So we're gonna start
All right.
with Bea.
Okay, lead quietly or lead boldly?
Live boldly.
Books or life experience?
Life experience.
One word. You want people to feel. One word. You want people to feel anything about you after meeting you.
Yes. What do you mean? What one word?
One word that you want people to feel about you.
Yeah. Oh.
After meeting
Inspiring.
you. Inspiring.
It can also be a sound. Okay.
Or wow.
Yes, but
Wow.
like-
Pwede rin
yes.
wow.
Oh, wow.
What skill every woman leader needs today?
Oh, self-empowerment. Yeah.
Local projects or global platforms?
Global platform.
Bold move or careful planning?
Bold move.
Palagi
Wow.
tayong bold. Bold na bold.
Bold.
Maybe
Okay.
it's the Aryan in me. I'm an Aryan.
Okay.
Wow. Should tradition be honored or challenged?
Honored.
Yeah, okay. I have a lot of questions there. We're opening that kind of worms, ha?
Ang dami.
What's one thing you'd buy if you, well, this is a funny question because you already have this, but what's one thing you would buy if you had 1 billion pesos right now?
Peace of mind.
What about material?
Oh, material.
Yeah.
A huge yacht that can travel all over the world.
Ay, sakay
That's
tayo.
part of peace of mind.
So we have a
Correct.
room.
Sasama tayo dyan.
So we have a room.
We're gonna join you.
And there will be a hypnotherapy room in there too.
Accommodate probably 1,000 friends.
Wow,
There you go.
that's a ship. All right. And then, of course, our last question, my dear.
Okay. So this show is called Daily Dish. So if you could eat or serve only one dish for forever, what would it be and why?
We're talking real dish.
Yes, food.
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 Or
One
any
dish
kind,
that you
or
will serve
whatever it
every
is.
day.
Yeah.
Every day. Rice.
Oh, pwede
Ay,
yun.
oo. As a rice girl.
She's very, she's very...
As a rice
Say,
girl.
As a rice
As a
queen.
rice queen.
Yes.
Rice is life.
Yes,
Rice
to
is
that.
Well,
Oh my gosh, I don't know.
Miss Mache, thank you so much. And I'm sure, please go get her book, Explore the Deepest Essence by Mache Ackerman.
Yes.
Right?
And I'm launching You Are Brand New soon.
You are brand new.
Because you are brand new.
Yes,
You are brand new.
Yes, you will feel brand new.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Okay, we've got stories from around the world, plus the latest in sports and entertainment after the break. The Daily Dish will be right back.
You're back on the Daily Dish. We begin world news on the ongoing negotiations to end the Russia-Ukraine war. Ukraine's leader and his European counterparts thanked U.S. President Donald Trump on the progress made in the talks. In a social media post, Volodymyr Zelensky said teams from the U.S. and Ukraine agreed to meet next week to finalize issues. On Sunday, both Trump and Zelensky agreed that the future of the Donbas region had not been settled. Officials in Moscow claim Russian President Vladimir Putin told Trump over the phone that the 60-day ceasefire proposed by the EU would only prolong the war. They add Russia had agreed to establish working groups to resolve the conflict. China's land space is drawing inspiration from SpaceX of Elon Musk. Earlier this month, the Beijing-based rocket company became the first Chinese entity to conduct a reusable rocket test. Landspace is now preparing to go public to fund its future projects, just as its bigger and far more successful U.S. rival considers an IPO of its own. Landspace focuses on giving China its own low-cost launch option, similar to SpaceX's flight-proven reusable rocket Falcon 9. All this in line with Beijing's goal to build up to 10,000 satellite constellations in the coming decades. In India, the iconic trams in Kolkata are facing an uncertain future. Back in September last year, West Bengal's transport minister announced plans to decommission the tram system, the oldest in Asia and the last in India, due to worsening traffic congestion. A commuters group has opposed the scrapping of the trams, saying it's a setback to environmental sustainability. The issue is now pending in court, which has formed an advisory committee to explore ways to restore and maintain the century-old tram services. Let's go to New York, where people are taking to Times Square to shred reminders of the worst moments of 2025. Yes, it's the 19th annual Good Riddance Day. They're taking the stage to share their bad memories before shredding oversized tickets. Even the president of the Times Square Alliance joined in, declaring he was, quote, closing the curtain on negativity in 2025 and calling for a focus on unity. The highlight, the unveiling of a fresh 2026 ticket before the host, Jonathan Bennett, counted down to the closing of a curtain on a 2025 sign.
The torch for the 2026 Milano Cortina Winter Olympics continued its journey across Italy. Arriving in the mountain city of Potenza, east of Naples, the 21st leg of the relay started on Benevento and crossed the Basilicata region before ending in Potenza. The torch moves on to Taranto Monday in Italy, with 38 more stages scheduled ahead of the opening ceremony at Milan's San Siro Stadium in February 6.
And on entertainment, did your faves make the cut? TC Candler just dropped their 100 most beautiful faces of 2025, and the results serving major star power. Blackpink's Rosé slayed her way to the top spot, climbing from rank 7 last year. Hot on her heels are Sydney Sweeney, Baby Monster's Parita, and our very own Andrea Brillantes and Whitney Peak. Filipino pride is strong on this list. Alexa Ilacad, Lisa Soberano, Hyacinth Caliado, and Janine Gutierrez also made it to the prestigious 100. Rising stars Eunices, Jelly, Kai Mentanola, Jasmine Dudley Skiles, and Beanie's Aya are also on the list, making waves and turning heads around the world. On a little bit more somber news, Brigitte Bardot, the French actress who redefined female freedom on screen, has died at age 91. Fans gathered in Saint-Tropez laying flowers near her home and statue. Often referred to as Bibi, she rose to fame in God-created woman, radiating a sexual magnetism rarely seen in mainstream cinema at that time. Disillusioned with the film industry, she left cinema in 1973 and turned her focus to animal rights. Her legacy remains complex, shaped by cultural impact and controversy. Her passing was announced by her foundation. The cause of her death was not immediately known. New Year's celebrations are fun for us, but not always for our fur babies. Up next, we'll be talking with attorney Janna Abella, an animal welfare advocate, to share practical ways to keep our fur babies safe and calm during New Year's revelry. Don't go away, The Daily Dish will be right back.
Welcome back to the Daily Dish. As we get ready to welcome the new year, most of us are excited about fireworks and celebrations, but for our fur babies, this time of the year can be very stressful and even frightening.
Indeed, Bea. That's why today we are joined by Zoom with Attorney Janna Abella, an animal welfare advocate, to help us understand how we can better care for and protect our pets during the New Year's celebrations. Attorney Janna, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Attorney Janna.
Hi everyone. I hope you guys and your pets especially are enjoying the holidays.
We are, but you know what? It's coming to that in a couple of days. It's going to be a little stressful for them. So why is it such a difficult time for pets during, for example, Christmas and especially New Year, Attorney Janna?
So to answer your question, I'd like to share with you a few fun facts. So did you know that dogs have hearing that is at least 400 times more sensitive than ours? So they can hear sounds from distances over 4 times further away from what we can hear. So let's say there are fireworks going off in your neighbor's yard, but to your dogs, that sounds like it's going off right beside their heads. So aside from the noise, the smoke is actually also extremely dangerous for our pets, because our pets can inhale the smoke from detonated firecrackers, and this can cause them anxiety, disorientation, loss of appetite, and an upset stomach. What's worse is if they actually accidentally eat the remnants of those firecrackers, because this will result in gastrointestinal problems like abdominal pain, bloody diarrhea, and vomiting.
And poison.
Yes, very expensive.
Yes.
So the holidays are a very merry celebration for us, but for our pets, it's actually very traumatizing and terrifying.
Yes, you know, Attorney, I have 5 dogs, and 2 of them have anxiety. So whenever it's Christmas or New Year, actually I hide them. I hide them behind. I have like the stock room, so I put them there para when it's about to do fireworks, because I have a lot of neighbors who love to entertain their friends and family in their homes, and they do have a lot of fireworks. And my dogs shake, like super shake, and they cling onto the corner and the darkest room, and they also parang naglalaway. Is that a normal reaction from our pets?
I would not say that this is normal, so that can be an indicator that your pet is stressed or anxious or disoriented because of the loud noises, and it can also be from the smoke. So we actually have a few tips on what to do during the holidays for your pets.
Yes, what are they,
Yes,
Attorney
we need
Janna?
them.
Because we have fur babies at home as well, and we live in a building, so I don't know if that amplifies the sound.
Probably,
and even the smoke rising from where we live.
So we recommend to please keep all of your pets indoors to avoid them becoming stressed or exposed to loud explosions and toxic fumes. So please never chain or tie them outside your home or put them in cages outside, because when our pets get terrified, they could injure themselves trying to get away from the noise as they try to escape their cage or escape their leash. So the Philippine Animal Welfare Society, or PAWS, where I am a volunteer, we have actually received before shocking reports of dogs that are chained and they strangle themselves to death trying to get away from that.
Oh my goodness.
They really panic.
Yes, because the loud explosions of the fireworks, it terrifies them. And based on our experience as well, there is also an increase in reports of lost pets during the first week of January. Again, because pets escape from their homes once they get scared of the firecrackers. So we really recommend, please secure all of your pets indoors. Make sure your home is escape-proof, because as we know, some animals like cats, they're very good at escaping.
Yes.
So make sure all of your windows are closed and locked. All of your doors are closed and locked. And we also recommend having a crate or a box somewhere in a safe or quiet space inside your home. You can fill that with your pet's favorite toys, favorite blankets, close the windows and the curtains. And you can play music or even turn on the television, so this masks the sound of the fireworks.
Right. Attorney Janna, what Bea said, like, she puts her pets consciously in a room to keep them safe. But does that still help with the noise? Because what's the best way to keep your pets, especially dogs, no? Because you explained the dogs hearing 4 times the amount of what humans can. Is that the same for cats, birds, and other pets?
For both cats and dogs, it's really ideal to keep them indoors again so we can prevent them being exposed to all that noise and smoke.
Right.
And also so you don't run the risk of them escaping from your home into streets and onto oncoming traffic where they can actually be victims of vehicular accidents.
You know, my Aspen, he's the most anxious sa lahat. He doesn't like humans or other people and loud noises. So he's the one I put in a stock room and then super close, the windows, no nothing, and all the clothes are there, water, food, but he still panics.
Because he can hear it.
Yes, he still panics. And
what's his name?
His name? His name's Yoki.
Or Onyok. Si Yoki, Onyok. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I have to hug him. I have to be with him in the very dark room because he really panics and yun nga, naglalaway and shaking like for a few hours. So even if we put them indoors, even if it's like closed doors, almost no hearing, they still really go through the anxiety or panic attacks.
Maybe your Aspen, kasi I don't know, Attorney Janna, your Aspen is probably exposed to that before. Did you adopt him?
Yes, I adopted. I rescued
he probably
him.
has trauma from before. That's why when he hears stuff like that, he starts to shake.
Back.
What do you think, Attorney Janna?
What you can also do for Yoki is you can actually use anxiety wraps. So you can use a long cloth or other clothes that you're not using at home. And what you do is there is a bandaging technique where you place the long cloth across your pet's chest and then over and under his back. So it's like simulating a hug. So it has to be snug, but not restricting that they can't breathe anymore. But the point of that anxiety wrap is it targets all of your dog's pressure points so they feel comforted like you're always hugging them.
Oh,
that's interesting.
Yes, because I was hugging him and he was helping a little bit.
Yeah.
But I have 5 dogs.
You can practice the rap on me, Bea.
Ayan, nahaba ng arms ko. I have 5 dogs and they all want also.
Of course,
I get jealous. But yes, thank you so much. That's actually a really nice, from your perspective as an animal welfare advocate, what does responsible celebration really means when it comes to pets, syempre?
So of course, for responsible celebration, we'd like to include our pets and because they're family. So we'd like to include them in our celebration by being mindful of them. So make sure please to keep away any alcoholic drinks, any chocolates, any nuts, or any other food from your New Year's Eve.
Yes, the grapes, because there's a new trend now that people are eating grapes on New Year's Eve. Please don't feed those to your dogs.
Why? Because they're toxic to dogs?
They're very toxic to dogs.
Okay,
grapes.
Yeah, good to know. Chocolate and grapes.
Yes, and colas. I learned the hard way.
Cola, that's in sodas?
Yes, the sodas. It's really
it's bad for them
It's
as well,
super
Attorney
bad.
Janna?
As much as possible, please make sure to check before you feed your dogs anything if it's poisonous or toxic to them. I know we may feel tempted to give them something from our table while we're eating and they're begging for food, but please make sure to check first beforehand.
Yes. What, Attorney Janna, what about other pets, as I mentioned a while ago, but what about reptiles and birds? Are there special care instructions that you would like to share with us
Yes,
to make
and fishes
sure?
too.
And fish, definitely.
So aside from recommending that they stay indoors, one other thing that you can do actually is to consult your veterinarian for calming drops. So calming drops are organic drops that you can add onto their treats. So it helps them fall asleep. So by the time that New Year celebrations are underway, they will be sound asleep already. So you can try looking at calming drops for your pets.
Well, that's for the pets. That's not for the owners.
Well, some owners may perhaps need that because some of them chain their dogs.
Yes,
I think we need to give them something more than
with
that.
morphine joke.
Yeah, no, because a lot of them are really irresponsible.
Really?
Like they really just chain the dog. They don't care.
They don't care. They shouldn't be even having animals at all.
If you
because
can't-
they are animals. There are.
Go for it.
You know, I hate those kind of people because they don't care at all. And if we do that to them, what do they feel?
Well, let's see if they
Why
want
are
to
they
be chained with
owning animals if they don't know how to treat animals? Actually, speaking of the Attorney Janna, are there any laws or rules that protects animals from harm caused by firecrackers or irresponsible people and behavior?
Yes, definitely. So we have Republic Act number 8485 or the Animal Welfare Act, which provides that it is unlawful for any person to subject any animal to whatever sort of maltreatment or torture. So we've actually seen cases in the past before where people, especially when they're drunk, they use stray animals for their own entertainment.
Oh my
so
God.
Sometimes they try to open maybe the firecrackers and directly point them towards a stray animal, so it will go off and explode in front of that animal. So that is mistreatment. This is animal cruelty, and this is a crime. So what we can do here is, if you are witness or if you see this going on in your neighborhood, if you see your neighbor doing this, please step in and intervene. I understand that our first instinct sometimes is to take photos or record videos, but what we should prioritize actually is saving the animal's life. So please step in, call their attention, call the attention of police or barangay or the other neighbors in the area, yell at them, tell them to stop, because we want to prioritize the animal. And afterwards, please immediately report the crime to authorities such as the police or the barangay. Please reach out to us at PAWS. We are the Philippine Animal Welfare Society. We offer free legal assistance and free legal services for instances of animal abuse. So we do not accept any legal fees or acceptance fees, but we will be there to guide you every step of the way in filing the complaint. So in case, again, if you witness any sort of animal abuse or animal cruelty this holidays, please let us help the animals. And if you need any more information about the work that we do to help prosecute animal abusers, you can visit our page at pos.org.ph/prosecution. We guarantee that we are really committed to seeking justice against animal abuse.
Okay, attorney, that's super important because actually a lot of people don't know that there are laws against the maltreatment of animals that in our community. And you know, even in the provinces, they're also not educated in the system we're in. It's illegal
to harm, because some, you know, especially in the holidays, some actually use animals as their own food, which is disgusting.
Well, then again, you know, that is a debate, definitely. I mean, for us, of course, we don't condone that, but some people, it's a cultural thing. However, there should be a difference between harmful treatment of animal versus something. For fun, di ba? Kasi sometimes, like I see what Attorney Janna said, you know, they'll throw firecrackers at the animal.
Yes, I've seen that,
and sometimes I've seen them on some shows, they tie the firecracker onto the tail so that the dog will run around. And, diba? So that's something abusive. What about other festivities, Attorney Janna, that we celebrate in the Philippines that you feel that perhaps may put some of our fur babies in danger?
So aside from what you have previously mentioned, the ones that where people sometimes try to use animals for their own entertainment in ways that can harm the animals. And aside from that, we also have the usage of firecrackers and fireworks, which again I mentioned are very harmful, not only for our pets, but also for the environment. And also using animals, let's say, for celebrations such as sabong, which is also unlawful.
So, Attorney Janna, how can neighbors and communities work together to make celebrations safer for all the animals?
I recommend going out and talking to your friends, your family, your neighbors to not use fireworks anymore and instead use other safer alternatives such as confetti cannons, confetti poppers. There are other alternatives to fireworks that are safer. And what other things that you can do is that you can also go out together as neighbors, take your dogs out on a walk on that morning before New Year, so you can make them tired, and by the time that New Year celebrations roll around, they will already be tired and asleep. So there are other ways to make the holidays safer and better for your pets.
Attorney Janna, what about, you mentioned a while ago, instead of using firecrackers, but noise-making paraphernalia.
Yes.
Is that also still harmful for the animals? Because some of them can be really loud as well.
Yes.
So we prefer alternatives to firecrackers because if you compare the noise made by a confetti popper, for example, as compared to the noise by a firework or a firecracker, the confetti cannon would be much quieter, much softer. So that's why we promote those types of alternative ways to celebrate, such as glow wands, glow sticks, which do not use any sort of noise at all whatsoever.
I have those bubbles, like instead of like fireworks, I have those bubbles, and I actually bought 4.
Can I borrow your machine? I like that.
Sorry, you have to order online.
Ay, wow! All right, Attorney Janna, thank you so much for joining us. Animal welfare advocate, Attorney Janna Abella. We wish you a happy 2026, and I'm sure my partner here, Bea, is so happy that she was able to discuss those things with you. But before we go, let's go back to SoCal Filipinos post on Instagram showing American children singing Pasko na naman. Let's watch this.
That is so cute. I'm so happy we're able to run that video.
They're so cute. I mean, I wonder if their singing coach or the conductor is Filipina, because can you imagine?
Most probably.
There are so many Filipino teachers.
And some words are actually correctly said.
Yes.
Pasko. Pasko.
And it's your favorite song.
Yeah, it's my favorite song.
Yeah, but it's just like what, I don't know if the U.S. Ambassador to the Philippines, Ambassador Carlson, sang the same song.
Sing.
I think, yes.
What did she sing again before?
I forget. It was
It
Tagalog also.
It was harder than Pasko na naman.
Yes. Is this a trend?
Yes, no.
Americans singing
Yeah,
Pinoy songs.
Well,
all right.
What's not to love, di ba?
Exactly.
It's Pasko na naman.
Alam mo, kailangan natin ng New Year song.
I'm so happy that American kids are learning Filipino songs.
Siyempre, it's cultural, you know. You need to broaden your horizons. All right, Mai,
and
how many
we
more
are
days?
so close to saying goodbye to 2025.
We are ready.
Yes. Oh, I wonder when are we going to declare our New Year's resolution.
I don't have one, but
I wrote mine na.
All right,
3 days
let's do
to
the
go.
countdown. 3 days to go.
2 days to go. Wala tayong countdown.
3 days to go before 2026. All right, that's it for us today, Monday, December 29. Join us again tomorrow for more Real Talk.
A lot of spilled tea with zero filter. I'm supposed to say I'm Bea Santiago, but this is Bea Santiago.
And I'm Bea Santiago. I'm Ferdi Salvador.
And we're always on top of the news and stories that matters most.
Thanks for making us your lunchtime companion. I'm Mai Rodriguez, and that's the Daily Dish served.